I don't know, and the temperature is really hot too. This was not the most ideal time to see what I could do in a 10K race. Good morning, everybody. Back again. And this time, today's different. Today is the day I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna run, actually I'm gonna race my 10K. And I wanna see where I am at if I were to race. Now, I know the conditions and course and everything is gonna be really subjective. However, I was thinking that, instead of looking at my heart rate and instead of paying attention to that today I would just go and race. Just race it out, man, and see what I can do. Because, I've been kind of having a handbrake on for quite a while, and I don't know kind of how race ready I am. Not that we're gonna have any races anytime soon, but I just wanna know where I'm at. And I think it would be cool. I've got showings in the afternoon and I didn't have time for, a big long run, and I'm a night owl, I'm working on videos, working on stuff. So it's kind of hard to kind of get out on very little sleep and go out and run. So anyways, I slept in a little bit today, knowing that I had a busy, crazy afternoon. So anyways, I just wanted to see what I can do. Now, unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to film this because I'm gonna be just running. So I'm gonna leave everything at home. I'm just gonna focus on running, and we'll look at it when I get back, okay? Anyways, here we go. That was hard, guys. Oh my gosh. That's my first race effort since October of last year. 10K. I'll take it as a win. So let's go inside and let's take a look at Strava and see how it all played out. All right, everyone, let's see how things turned out today. And I'm gonna compare it to a run that I did in September of last year before I started MAF. And then I'm also gonna show you or compare it to another run where I came third at one of our local races here. And that was like 2016, because that was like really the last time I raced a 10K. So let's dive in and let's take a look and do the comparison with, how it all looks, okay? So I'm going to do a little bit of a recap, and it's going to be short. I've raced a couple of marathons since 2015, 2016, and then I kind of burned out, went into the dark ages, didn't really run anything, and really in 2017, 2018, the beginning of 2019 really wasn't anything, and then I discovered MAF, and that's when everything started to change for me. Now, in September of last year, I did a 10K run, and it was the fastest I had done one in a long time, and we're going to take a look at that. We're also going to compare it with a 2016 sanctioned race in our local area where I came third. And then we're going to look at today's run on how I did. And I released the handbrake, guys. Every now and then, it's been wanting to be released. And finally, I said, let's just let it go. Let's just pull the handbrake off. Let's just go out. And Let's just run and see what the legs can do. So, as you all know, I've only been doing tempo runs. Maybe I've done 8 in the last little while. That's really the only speed session I have. I've done training on the hills, right, on the trails. At MAF, I did a tempo run in the trails as well. So I haven't really done like a massive amount, like no 800 meter repeats, no 200s, no 400s. This was just all MAF running and sprinkled in with some tempo runs since kind of the end of April or beginning of April, sometime in April. Anyways, let's take a look. So this one I'm going to show you here. This was known as the Compass Race that's put on by a local church here in our community. And it's a 10-kilometer race. And I lined up, I didn't know how I was going to do. However, I was pretty happy with the results back then. 49:59 was my time, which was fantastic. I was like, wow, that was really, really good for a 10K. There was 32 meters of elevation gain in there. I'm not going to go into like all of the details of everything here, but needless to say, we'll scroll down so everyone can see the heart rate. My heart rate was basically 180, like 179. So basically, I was maxing out. I was maxing out. Now, let's take a look here at the laps, because that will show us our heart rate at the same time. And so, as you can see, I got up into the 180s, 182, 181, 181, 181, and then I sprinted down the last little bit there, the last almost kilometer, and I was going as fast as I could. Like my heart rate went up to 184, and I remember I couldn't go any faster at the time. That was it. But that's what I ran. And, Island Lake, it's just around the lake in Orangeville. And anyways, I had to stop at one point to kind of catch my breath. And I don't know if we can take a look. Segments, graph analysis. Yeah. So you can see I kind of stopped right here just after, am I right? Yeah, that's where I stopped, and I walked for a little bit, as you can see, and then I picked it up and then I just kind of ran like crazy, like a crazy man. Look at that, 191 beats a minute. I got it up to, holy smokes. No wonder I was done at the end of that race. Anyways, so needless to say, the pace was 159, right? Because I finished 159, 10 kilometers. This is what my watch said. Obviously, my watch wasn't exactly right at the end of it, but that's essentially what I did, right? And Strava says it was a massive effort based on the numbers that have been put into the system here. Okay, so that's that. That was 2016. Now, this was September 13th of last year, so this was the fastest that I'd run, and I don't think it was it wasn't an all-out effort. I remember that. I just got my Ultra Torrens at the time, and I was really, really happy, and I just wanted to see what I could run. So, this was a 55-minute pace, a 55-minute time for a 10K. And my heart rate was 164 beats in that. And yeah, there was some walking, I'm sure. So let's go. Let's take the graph and let's see what. I don't know. I don't think I did walk. I slowed down. Maybe a couple of times. Maybe not really. No, I ran. I ran the whole time. Yeah, I ran the whole time. And what was where was I on this? Yeah, so my pace was like 5:33. Could I have gone faster? Yeah, probably I could have. Would I have been down, at 53 minutes? I mean, I don't know. But I know it was hard for me. But anyways, that's kind of where that was. And then today, guys, first time I really went for it. And this is not a race environment. This is just like a route that I normally run. And it was hard to run it without feeling like I was in a race. So, could I have gone faster? I probably could have if I had someone pushing me, but I didn't. So I just did what I could. And so I finished it in 48 minutes, 28 seconds. Hell yeah, I'll take it. That is impressive. What was my heart rate? And it was 19 Celsius. It was like 22. It was hot. Muggy. What was the humidity? Yeah, it was 88. Yeah. Okay, that explains why I was done at the end of it. 170 beats per minute was my average. And if we take a look at the graph analysis, where am I here? Yeah, so, I mean, obviously there was no stopping, but my cadence was up. I had it up in like 190 in a couple of places. But my heart rate, by the time I got to about 2 kilometers, I was pretty much where I was going to be for the rest of the race. And like I said, could I have gone faster? Yeah, I absolutely could have gone faster. But as we scroll along here, you can see that, the heart rate just starting to go up a little bit and a little bit. Because there's a lot of hills. Like, when I say a lot of hills, for me, there was a number of hills. Right when I hit here, boom. This was one of the hills I had to go up. And that's the Maplewood climb. So yeah, that's where I went up. Then I come down, and then I come down this hill, and then I come back up this hill, go across, and then up again. But then it's kind of like from about here, it's all kind of uphill, and then a little bit downhill, but then it's the steady climb. Like, you don't really see it. And then there's a climb here all the way up, and then there's another climb right about here. But again, you don't see it. It's so much more when you're actually running it. But you can see my heart rate, right? So I'm really giving it now. Like, I'm really going for it. And I wanted to see where it could get up to. I think I had it up to like 183. So anyways, that's where I was today. And here's the thing. Why did I do this? I wanted to see where I am at. I wanted to see how much faster I am from, before I started, right? Running a 10K. And, I can see from the previous video that I did that my MAF, getting under, an hour at MAF was amazing. But I wanted to push it, and I wanted to race it and see how much faster what I had in me. And so, yeah, I had quite a bit more in me. And I mean, this is not going to be a normal thing, but I just wanted to see where I'm at. Now, the other thing is before I take on this challenge for next month, where I do some track work for a month, right? It's going to be two speed sessions for the week. Again, I wanted to have some kind of baseline as to where my fitness is at this moment, right? And that's also why I ran in the heat, right? I didn't run early in the morning. I wanted to run midday when it was hot and see what would happen. So obviously this time would be faster if it was like 4 degrees Celsius, right? Obviously. So anyways, that was just a little bit of a dive in, just kind of, why I did this, race pace. And just wanted to share that with all of you. And I don't know, has anyone ever had one of these before? They are so flipping good. Guys, really, really good. Anyways, I'm chowing down on some almonds as well. Anyways, it's time to get off to work, show some houses. Just want to say thanks. Thanks to all of you tuning in, watching these crazy videos, and hopefully you're all getting something out of this. So I guess my one kind of takeaway for you in all of this is consistency at running at MAF pace. And when things maybe slow, when things kind of stagnate and you're not seeing the results, maybe take the handbrake off and see what happens. Let it go. Do some speed, right? Do some tempos. Increase your speed just for a period of time. Maybe do it for a month, right? Maybe not every run, but maybe a couple of runs a week and see what happens. If you're if you're older than 65, you may also want to add on an additional 10 beats. According to Dr. Phil Maffetone, he's actually talked about that, adding an additional 10 if you are over the age of 65. Keeping it out there for all of you folks. And for all of us, or for me, I'm just going to go back for the next week. I'm not going to do any speed sessions. I'm just going to tailor it back. And then in the week of August, it's going to be twice a week speed. And we go from there. So I guess my question for all of you is, what is your 10K race pace? What's the fastest you've run a 10-kilometer race in? Love to know. Comment below. Obviously, you guys, some of you are going to be way faster than me. And look, I'm just slowly working my way back. But here's the thing. I am now faster with this run than where I was 4 years ago. Faster than 4 years ago. I'm just saying. And my heart rate's lower by 9 beats. 9 beats a minute, lower, and I'm faster. Now, I can compare both of those runs because they were both run in the heat of the day. So it was a hot day. Now, mind you, it was run a little bit earlier in the morning, but it was still hot. So those are some really good comparisons between races. Anyways, I hope your training is going well, guys. Enjoy, and until the next episode, just keep running, get it out, let it all out, get out and run.